Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, to the Perfect One, to the Supremely Enlightened One. Salutations to my teacher, Most Venerable Acharya Buddhadatta, Badabante. Salutations to our abbot and all the Dhamma teachers and the Holy Sangha, members of the Maha Sangha. Blessings and metta to all of you once again. Just now you spend some time peacefully and you're trying to reduce your restless thoughts and you know your mind, what is going on in the mind. It is good to sit peacefully. Many times throughout the day, you don't sit quietly. Sitting quietly, observing the breath, radiating the thoughts of love. Unfortunately, the thoughts of love is dying nowadays. We don't have any thoughts of goodwill towards the people. We have the thoughts of ill will, anger in our mind, and we throw that towards the people, towards your loved ones, to our family, to the society. So our mind is degenerating in the thoughts of love and compassion and wisdom. The Buddha said, in the beginning I told you, Atitang nanugameya nappatikankhe anagate Pacchupanna chaye dhamma tattha tattha vipassati Asanghirang asangbadang tangvidha manubruhe. It's an interesting dialogue the Buddha taught about to these disciples, that how do you work on a blissful day, how you make your day more blissful, how your day becomes auspicious. So today I'll be talking about how to live truly with the true heart and the true path. There are many paths around us. What is the right path for us to lead, to walk on that path? How do you live truthfully to yourself? We are at the end of this year already. Many weeks and days have been passed. Now we came to the last week of this year. Already the last Sundays. Many Sundays you have come, many Sundays you did not come. Many Sundays you have more commitments and appointment, you don't come. At the end of the year, we have to reflect that how much I have really progressed on my life. For the students, maybe they reflect that how much I progress in my writing and studies and so on. For a professional, for a working adult, he may think that how much progress I have made in my career. Have I got promoted? Or for a person who is seeking for wealth, he may think how much money I have accumulated in my bank. Or for a seekers of truth or knowledge, he may think that how much knowledge I have gathered throughout this year. For a yogi, for a meditator, he may think that how much I have removed my defilements from this mind, how much paramis, perfections I have cultivated in this whole year until now, how much ignorance I have removed from my mind till now, how many times in a day I really sit in meditation. Please come inside and sit down. Yeah. So this is the thing we have to really contemplate on, how much deficit I have already. we're trying to compare with our income and expenditure, don't you? You have your, you check, oh, how much I have spent, how much I have still there. You compare it with your accounts, your debit and credit. Likewise, in our life, when we are approaching the end of this year, in an ordinary sense, you can say this is the end of the year. But in the ultimate reality, you may say this is the beginning of the year, you know. So some people may have achieved something from their merits, from the deeds that they have done, the good deeds. Some of you may lost something, like in the COVID times, we have lost our dear ones, our family members. We are not expecting that somebody I may lose, but we lost them. So in terms of gain and loss and profit and so on, name and fame, all these we have experienced. But now, what are the things which have not achieved? What we need to do now? The past, let's say we are now in the present, and you have some ones which are unfulfilled, some hopes were not achieved. How do you fulfill them? How do you achieve them? Not just by remembering your past, remembering the past incidents, the past maybe happy feelings or unhappy feelings or memory or your past anything. So Buddha said the past had already gone. Don't go into the jungles of your past memory because you'll be lost. So he says, Atitang nanugameya. Don't go to the past. Don't dwell in the past. Why Buddha says don't dwell in the past? Because dwelling in the past, you will miss an opportunity to live now, right now. Likewise, the future is the wilderness, a mirage where you imagine certain things, you create certain things, but they are really deviated. They're not the reality as such. So in our living existence, we spend most of the times by dwelling either into the past or into the future. In the process, we lack in the right effort, we lack in right mindfulness, we lack in the truthfulness, we lack to follow the path. We lack in doing good deeds through our body, speech, and mind. What is so important is you are existing now, and what you do now is matter the most. It's not about what you have done. Well, the past is a condition. Past is a condition for you to be here. Like you have come here, this place. There is a condition. You have to leave the home. You have to renounce and sacrifice. You have to set your schedule, your determination. And then only you could able to come here. So likewise, the present, as the Buddha said that we have to take some self-responsibility. We don't have to just remorse about our past, guilt about what we have done. We have to have faith in the action, in the karma and its result. Actions and its result. When you have your faith on your karma, not your fate, or the karma which is already written on the forehead. Some people say that my fate is already fixed, it cannot be changed. But I tell you, the Buddha also says, declare that you can change your fate by following virtuous life, by practicing generosity, by practicing meditation, you can change your fate. So that's a belief. So when in the Buddha's teaching, the first thing for your progress is to have faith on your own actions. What you do, good or bad, whatever karma you generate, whatever karma you perform, this karma is your refuge. This karma is your destiny. This karma alone can protect you. So when you have that sort of right faith, then you will change your course of actions. Then you will change for better. You will perform more and more good actions and you let go more and more unwholesome actions. So faith in the karma and its vipaka is an important quality to improve. When you reflect on your own actions, like I said, from the beginning of January, in the beginning of this year until now, if you reflect and go through your actions, then you know yourself in the course of the year what have gone wrong, you know, how much progress you have made with respect to your own life, with respect to your performing the punya or paramis, accumulating the punyas and paramis, or have you lived truly? Have you led a happy and meaningful life? Have you really have right actions and right speech and right mindfulness, right wisdom with you all the time? So the second factors will be you have to have belief, faith on the wisdom of Sammasambuddha. The Buddha awakened to the truth. The enlightened, supremely enlightened Buddha has taught us, has already given us this wisdom. We have to work for that wisdom. Like the last previous weeks, Venerable Ajahn Kevali also giving importance of wisdom. How important is this wisdom? You see, the wisdom, when there is wisdom, then a person cannot be blindfolded. When there is wisdom, there is no ignorance. You get rid of this ignorance. It's maybe in any forms, maybe in the simple rituals we do it ignorantly. We don't know why we do so. Maybe we are doing ignorantly the meditation part, thinking that I will get some sort of psychic abilities, thinking that I may get some powers, some, I may get some jhanas, this and that. But at the end, you're doing wrongly. So the ignorance, and you may be searching for many paths, many ways, but you're not coming to the right path. So when you take refuge in the wisdom, you have unshakable faith. You have faith in the Buddha's awakening, Buddha's enlightenment. Then you are actually progressing. You're bound to progress because you aspire for that Bodhi, for that enlightenment. Many people may have a lot of riches and wealth, but at the end, because of not wisdom, they indulge in all sort of immoral things. They may be rich in externally in the outer wealth, in terms of outer wealth, but within they are not able to keep the virtues, not able to keep the sila. Forget about meditation. So because of not keeping the sila, everything collapses in our life. So when you talk about the actions, here, action, what I mean is the moral and virtuous actions, which you are doing every day. Maybe those who are regular, for them, taking refuge is something wonderful. They take the precepts every day. They set their time in the morning. They take the precepts. They sit down quietly, just meditate and start their day. How wonderful to start the day like that. But you ask yourself, am I really starting my day like that or something else? You know. So getting out of these the wrong actions can be one example can be to let go your laziness, to get up in the morning, to take the five precepts and start meditating few minutes. This can be a right actions. Just keep your mind calm. So when I say actions, faith in the right actions, that means faith in virtues, in your Sila. Because Sila can change you. Nothing can change you. Your own virtuous behavior can change you for better. And when I talk about the wisdom part, then how do you get wisdom? How do you get wisdom? If you don't slow down the pace and give some time for the mind to practice, to observe the breath, to see the things, what is happening with respect to your feelings, your perceptions, your mental formation, whatever. So, Sila is important, and to keep up that Sila, you have to have the Saddha, the confidence, the right amount of right kind of confidence with respect to karma and its result. Because we say, whatever karma, yang kammang karisami, kalyanang ba, papakang ba, you know, whatever karma we do, whether good or bad, this karma alone goes with me. This karma will be my own inheritance, my own property. Dayada, in Pali it is called as Dayada, Tassa Dayado Bhavisamiti. Well, in the process of this, we also have to have some amount of self-sacrifice, kind of attitude of sharing and giving, rejoice in giving, a kind of heart of metta. Now you sit on the cushion and you say, may all beings be happy. Okay? But you get out of the road and somebody is lying down there. Somebody is lying at the street. What you got to do? Somebody needs your help there. You have to help that person. That is your metta at that moment. Metta is something which is not just sitting here and wishing the happiness and well-being, but your thoughts, your wish, your intention has to be translated with your actions. You may practice metta, but your family, you quarrel often. You get into very terrible argument. Where is the metta? Metta is already left in the temple. Metta is not home. You give your metta here, but you go home and try to argue and fight. There is no harmony. So this sort of sharing in terms of your metta, sharing any things, for example, if you keep up all the things with yourself, do you think you are happy? Do you think you'll be happier? When you actually share with your wives, your children, your family members, with the Sangha, you get a greater happiness. You will get a higher kind of happiness, unlikely those material happiness. So Buddha says, he praised the quality of dana or chaga, generosity. the quality of generosity is indeed a real inner wealth. So we have to practice with our strength, with our mind, whatever way. We just get out of this stinginess or jealousy and holding on to ourselves, me and I, you see. So when you share more, then you're growing in happiness. Your happiness also grows. Just like a candle, just like a light. When you share, the light will not diminish. The light will grow even more. So for a person who is looking for some inner wealth, he has to practice this every day. Because Buddha says if we live mindfully, if we live a virtuous life, even a day, a single day, that day alone is greater than your hundreds of years of immoral, unmindful, uncontrolled life. It's in the Dhammapada, Yochavassa satang jive, dussilo asamahito, ekahang jivitang seyo, silavantas jaina. Buddha said, if you live hundreds of years, or say whole year, for our example, instance, the whole year, if you live like that, no meditation, no dana, no sila, and no bhavana, no studying or learning or anything, what you get at the end of the year? All those 364 days of this whole year is meaningful? They are all simply meaningless. Maybe you say that I may have, accumulated a lot of wealth in material prosperity, but these are something is going to change. These are not your real wealth. The real wealth is this, which I just mentioned. So dedicating our life, even for a day, following the precepts, listening to the Dhamma, giving time for meditation, giving time for reflections, giving time to come to the monasteries, associating with the monks, living with the monks, serving the monks, and growing in wisdom and blessings. Isn't it something very auspicious, something very blissful? Nowadays, we are lacking in this. We have the moral standards as decreasing every day. I don't know, apart from the people who are following Dhamma, taking this sila as their way of life, for them, they know the benefits and value of keeping the precepts, keeping the Shila Dhamma, and living a life truthfully. So in here I mentioned that living hundreds and thousands of years without following any Shila. Okay. Living years after years without even practicing meditation. Living hundreds of years, many years after years, like this, 2023, 2024, 25, like that, till we are on the deathbed already. Then you go back, oh, I am here already. What have I done so far? So those time you regret that you have not cultivated goodness. You have really not accumulated any merits. So This is the way we can bring about these reflections of improving ourselves, living a true life, leading a true life with a true mind, a true heart. When you take the life as your own field of work, you work on this, you work diligently, you work tirelessly, you work unwaveringly, unshakably, then you'll see a fine day. Every day is an auspicious day for you. Your life is auspicious already. Your life is filled with lot of blessings. We want blessings, don't you? You want happiness, you want joy, you want prosperity, you want good health. But are our actions in line with this, what we're thinking? We aspire for something, but we engaged in something else. That is the point where you have to bring about this truthfulness, the path of the Buddha, being truthful to yourself, being truthful to your own heart, being truthful to your cultivation, what you're doing. And then you see the right and bright path which is ahead of you. You see the Buddha's teachings already. So, in a given day, for example, we have to really see our mind, give some time to stop the proliferation, to stop this, the defilements, the negative factors which really polluting our mind constantly. How do you going to stop that? How do you going to remove your mental anger? How do you remove your defilements within inside? You cannot wash away, or even the Buddha cannot wash away your evil or your defilements with his own hand. Can the Buddha do that? Can your own parents and teachers do that? A guru can do that. We have to set aside some time for the cultivation of mindfulness. As I said, every day you sit down in the morning, make a determination, set up your mind, I will meditate. I will meditate to get mindfulness. And this mindfulness is applicable, is helpful for me everywhere. This mindfulness I'm taking with me wherever I go. That mindfulness over the times becomes so strong. It becomes a power. It becomes a condition for your wisdom. For you to understand things better. It's not understanding the ultimate truth. Yes, that is way ahead. You need more efforts to realize that ultimate truth. You aspire for the ultimate truths. You aspire to walk on the eightfold path. How do you do that? If not in your own life, if not, you set aside some time. You want to see the truth. The truth is there in the heart. You cannot see the truth outside. The outside truths are called sammutti sacha. They are called ordinary truths. Mm. Ordinary truth governed by the world. But the real truth, the ultimate, the noble truths has to be realized and comprehended within an individual. When the Buddha says that idang dukkhang arya satchanti me bhikkhave tamko panidang dukkhang arya satchang But it has to be Satchikata Banti. This has to be realized. It has to be Parineyan. In Pali, one word comes as Parineya. This has to be comprehended by oneself. You know. So today I just talked about, in the process, through this talk, we learned about Saddha, right? I gave an importance of faith, the right amount of faith, or the faith in the Kamma, faith in the wisdom of Lord Buddha, faith in his enlightenment, in his Dhamma, and then faith is important to keeping up your Shila, your 5 precepts. They are the boundaries, you know. They are the principles of leading your life smoothly. And then we have the quality of generosity, which is a blessings, attitude of sharing, with metta, with compassion. You see, many suttas, if you go through many suttas, the Buddha praised the blessings which we derived from giving. It makes your heart more easy, more lighter. And then meditation. Okay. Why meditation? Because we are seeking for wisdom. Wisdom will not come when you are lacking with concentration. You are not sitting in meditation, but you're looking for wisdom. The samadhi and panya, they are, you can say, they are two sides of the same coin, or they are so interdependent. You have samadhi, you have wisdom. You don't have samadhi, no wisdom, no mindfulness. Right? To get the samadhi, what do you need? You need more mindfulness. Samadhi is one pointedness or concentration. That concentration will not simply come unless you actually have developed mindfulness. Shati, therefore, Shati is most powerful indriya, most powerful factors of enlightenment. It goes everywhere. Buddha says sati and efforts, right efforts, is actually helpful everywhere. Throughout this path of your practice, you need mindfulness all the time, you need right efforts all the time. So today, I think we have so far discussed the wealth. In another terms, I can say we discussed about how to develop your inner wealth. Okay, your inner wealth with your the inner wealth for what? For living or leading a true life, living life with meanings, living a life with true heart, with true mind, so that you will become a better person every day. You are excelling every day. The day of excellence. Therefore, the Buddha says, the day of excellence. Because who knows that the death may come tomorrow, at the next existence, at the next moment. We don't have to wait any place or any time or any disease. We don't know them. How we going to, leave this world? Do you know that? Any guarantee? Any certificates you have that you will be going to pass away, or your life will end because of this? Nobody say that. So then it is logical, All the more it is important to think what I have is now, because we don't know tomorrow and my past has already been gone. So what is there remaining is just now. How do I behave now? Then you see, Shraddha is important, Sila is important. My meditation, I have to give some time for meditation. I'll have to cultivate wisdom, practice dana. If not wisdom, forget about it. If not meditation, can follow 5 precepts easily? Cannot. You cannot follow 5 precepts. You can. It's not so difficult. 5 moral and virtuous precepts for good life, for happy life. You can come to this program on Sundays or to a meditation course, to attending the discourses, taking the blessings from the Sangha, like today, you know. But we should not think that once in a year, at the end of the year, I will be reaching the monastery. One day in my life, in the whole year, I will come only one day. What is that day? 31st of December. Rest of the whole year, I will not come. I'll do many things. I have some other things to do. Why I go? And then we trying to be calculated. What do I gain by going there? What should I achieve? You know, and therefore our sankharas, our thinking plays a trickery. You know, we want something. We want. But you don't think that I have to get out of this want. I have to remove this very want. What I want. You know, I neither want, I neither don't want. I go for the Dhamma, to learning Dhamma, to practice Dhamma. If this kind of attitude, if you have, I'm sure whether you come to the monasteries or you are at home, you will live a good life. The purpose of Dhamma is to improve the quality of your own life, to make a better human being, a real manusa. Many people are living just like that. They are not really human being. They are not 100% of themselves. Maybe it's a bitter truth, but it is true. It's a fact. Big Manusa is not real Manusa because they engage in wrong actions and wrong livelihood and wrong speech, and therefore their human standard is they are keeping up that virtues. Forget about a Deva Manusa, maybe a human being in the form of Deva. We cannot level to that stage, at least Manusa. But the standard of life, the thinking, the moment you talk to them, they'll be so angry. The moment you speak to them, so hateful. To go and associate with them all the time talks about immoral thing. Today we go here. Today we do this. We have to make some plan. Not talk about meditation. Not talk about metta. All the time revenge. Grabbing, greeds in many forms, craving in many forms, ignorance of no end. Then where is that manusyato then? The life of human being is so precious that we have to live like a human by upholding these qualities of virtues, qualities of faith, qualities of wisdom, quality of sharing with metta, sharing attitude, harmony, living with harmony, not with conflict. These are the real things which help us to in the Dhamma. These are the Dhammas which help us. Therefore, Dhamma is essential. Why we know Dhamma? Why we want Dhamma? We want Dhamma to be a human in true sense. We want Dhamma to lead a life of truthfulness, a life with true mind and hearts, with walking on the Dhamma path. So, I think we have explained about all these wealths. You must have heard about it and try to emulate them and put it into your daily practice. Learning here, but your field of work is your own home. When you go home, you have to apply these teachings. When you are not mindful, okay, you know you are not mindful. Let's practice mindfulness. You know that you have no saddha. Your saddha is dying. Then take refuge. Buddham saranam gacchami, Dhammam saranam gacchami, Sangham saranam gacchami. Take them refuge again and again in your heart. Remember them. In a meditation also, Buddhang, Buddho, Dhammo, Sangho. Because your saddha is less, how to improve your saddha? You are engaged in immoral behavior, how to remove that karma? How you erase that karma? If not, you are doing some virtuous actions. You have to accumulate more good karma so that your bad karma will be eliminated. That is the point. You have to understand this. And with wisdom and mindfulness. So here we conclude. Today I will leave at this today. So may in the blessings of Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha, blessings of our teacher and all the holy Sangha surround your life. May you have this inner wealth and peace and prosperity to you and to your family. May all of you who joined today, may you be blessed with good health, happiness and peace of mind. May you all grow in blessings. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.